Welcome, everyone, to this special session at the Meter Center. I'm here with my colleague, Paul Fields, and we are going to be talking today about the annual bibliography that the Meter Center prepares that lists and provides a searchable database of articles, books, and works that have been published recently on Calvin and Calvin studies. Paul, could you start by talking a little bit about how this came into being, this bibliography?
It has a long history, actually. I've done it for 26 years. My predecessor did it for 23 years before that. But in actuality, it began in 1960 by someone who was not even related to Calvin. He was a Jesuit priest, and he was very interested in Calvin. And so he compiled a bibliography, which in 1970-71, the Calvin Theological Journal thought was so important that they said, let's publish it. And from that time on, then the bibliography was produced by the curator at that time, Peter de Klerk. And he then did it for approximately 23 years. And so it's a bibliography that pulls together everything we can possibly find on John Calvin and 16th century Calvinism. Now, it started out, it was very interesting. This fellow, the Jesuit priest, who had been very interested in Calvin, just sort of pulled together anything he could find. After that, Peter then said, well, you know what, I need help in doing this. And for the first 3 years, he used people like Ford Lewis Battles, who was to be the first director of the center, and a few other people. He would just call upon them to give him suggestions of works that could be included in the bibliography. After that, Peter then pretty much took over and just began collecting everything that you could find dealing with Calvin. So as you look behind us, you'll see books that were part of the collection, part of the bibliography, which we continue today. Anytime a book that deals with Calvin or 16th century Calvinism, we include it in the bibliography, we include it in the collection. And of course, articles.
And the article file that you can't really see, but it's around the corner, is really the fruit of that work. So I want to show people how they can find that work, how they can find the bibliography. It is on our website. So I'm going to share my screen. So if you go to the Meter Center's website, and if you search under publications, I don't know if you can see it here, it says publications on the Meter Center website, you will find year by year a PDF of the bibliography for that year. And it's organized in categories. It's organized by themes, by topics. You can follow these from year to year, or you can actually even look and just see, okay, what new areas of work on Calvin and Calvinism are being developed. So we want to make sure you know about this, how helpful it is. It is a really great resource to find out what's being written about Calvin, or even by Calvin in modern editions in any language. And if there are things that you look back through these bibliographies and you realize we've missed something, please do send an email. They can email you, pfields@calvin.edu. They can email me, kmog@calvin.edu, or meter@calvin.edu. And this is a great opportunity to participate in the work of the Meter Center. So this overview is really just a quick way for you to get familiar with one of the best resources that the Meter Center has to offer.